Hi, my name is Tanya and welcome to my small backyard vegetable garden here in central Victoria. We have a big band of rain heading our way and I am keen to get as many of the smaller tomatoes off the bushes before the rain is here. It's just started to spit and I am out here picking as many as I can so I can get them in my freezer for winter cooking. There is so many here and all the colors, they are just so beautiful. And of course, Hunter is out here willing and able to eat as many as he can get. During the night, the tromboncino fell and landed here. Luckily, it hasn't cracked or anything, so I will be taking it down to the veranda to store. The pumpkins are slowly getting bigger. The ants are going crazy. And I'm not quite sure if I'm going to be able to get all these tomatoes in. The main thing is that when it rains, especially we have a fair bit forecast, these ones will be the ones that split. The larger tomatoes I find don't split as bad, but these cherry ones do. So it is a race against the clock. The mozzies are absolutely terrible. And if I at least get a couple of baskets of these, I will be happy. Autumn is such a busy time, spreading your time across, sowing seeds, bringing in tomatoes, cutting back plants and the summer vegetables, clearing the beds, topping up the beds. There is a lot going on. And I've been trying to do a bit of everything each day, just so I feel like I'm on top of it. A few seeds sown, getting these capsicums dug out and cut back and potted, and bringing in the tomatoes also. I'm very keen to get the garden beds emptied and topped up as I go, and that will be next on my list, is to get the Roma tomatoes all picked and the bushes pulled out. And once I start with one lot, that will be it. I will just be rolling through the garden beds. It just takes that one lot to start and then that is it. This is how I pot up the capsicums. I did do this last year into the big tubs, getting my capsicums through last winter. I ended up with less than half that made it through. So I'm going to pot up everything and then that way at least I will have, I'm hoping, a couple of bushes of each one. These red skin capsicums, I cannot speak highly enough of those. I am keen to keep all of those if I can. The red skin capsicums have so much fruit. They are prolific fruiters and well worth the effort of trying to overwinter them. Unfortunately, I did trim this capsicum and forgot to film it, but I will get this one potted up and we can go and dig out another one and get that pruned down. So it is ready for going into a pot also. First, I'm going to save some seeds of a couple of tomatoes that I am very keen to have seeds for. That way I can just work my way through the garden and be pulling things out. So I'm saving seeds for the two bumblebee tomatoes, the sunrise and the pink. Also the cross tomato that came up in the garden bed that was what I thought was San Marzano, but they're quite an oval shaped tomato. And the mini Romas. They are definite ones I want to grow again next spring. The mini Romas do not have many seeds in them. Hey, pretty. I'm also wanting to get some marigold seeds saved. These vanilla marigolds have been fantastic, and I have grown these plants from the seed that I saved last autumn from the punnet that I purchased. So this will be the second year. These have been fantastic and have survived really well in the garden. There's a few here. I won't really need too many. I think I still have some seed from last year also, but they are gorgeous and I will definitely be wanting those in my garden again. This one got completely grown over with the cucumber, but there is a seed there for me to take. I like to pop them all into a egg carton, and that way they can dry fully, and then I can transfer them into something smaller like an envelope. Making sure that I label it also. This was such a surprise. 2 autumn raspberries, and thank you, I am not leaving them there for the birds. A few more of those would be lovely. Let's get on and get another one of these redskin capsicums dug out. They really don't have a big root system because they were only put in a couple of months ago, but the amount of fruit on these bushes is quite amazing. Just on this one little stem that broke, there is probably 6 fruit on it, plus some bigger ones here. Quite amazing. And I will just trim off the fruit and all of these lower branches. We don't need those. And then it's a matter of trimming it back so that it can grow on from a good shape in spring. Cutting out any of the smaller leaves and branches on the inside. We want to make sure they're not growing across each other. And everyone is different when you prune it back, and I usually just go in pretty soft and then go back over it and just see where I think it's going to shoot from. So if that shoots back from this shape, it will be a nice strong bush. And then into this tub of sea salt for it to soak. I've been leaving them overnight in it and then potting them up, which has worked out really well. Now onto some seed snails. I've just got some seed raising mix, some coir, and I've put a bit of worm castings in it. And I'm adding just enough water so that it holds together. You can lay it on the seed snail and pack it together. It does make rolling them so much easier when the soil is quite damp. When you turn it up on its end, the excess water does run out. So I'm just making up a paper liner, just reusing some of these old Coles bags. Have my groceries delivered, so using those up, giving them a second use is always good. I have a couple of different lengths I've cut these seed snails into, just depending on what I am sowing in them. If it ends up a fair few things, I go for a bigger one, and then that way I have the option when I unroll it, I can then extend the length of it and space out the seedlings if I want to. But that damp soil is what I've found the easiest way to roll them up, and it just stays in place. And these pegs are fantastic while you're trying to get some string wrapped around it. Just holds everything in place, and turning it on its end. And just pushing down that soil just lightly, so if there is a gap in the soil, the seeds don't drop. Now I've got 3 different types of beetroot, and I'm just going to do a mix. I will sow half this seed in this one seed snail, and I will sow the rest of the seed in a week's time when I want to do a succession crop. You can see the water just draining out of the bottom of the seed snail. Just a bit of that mix to cover over the seeds. The mozzies were absolutely terrible, and you can see me swatting them away. Just dampening that soil at the top. This dahlia has not stopped flowering, and the lemon verbena is in full flower. It is such a big bush now. I'm so impressed how it's gone in this pot up here. But I'm up here to do a brassica check. The green cauliflowers have germinated and are looking wonderful. Everything is so much happier up here, especially these ones in the seed snails. And there are second leaves. These are the advanced purple sprouting broccolis. And they are looking much happier now. I'm going back down to get this little red skin capsicum watered in, and then tomorrow I will pot up the one that we just trimmed back.